Welcome to the Shotokan Chronicles. In today's video, a question that every karate student asks themselves at some point: am I good enough? But first, click on the subscription button. It only takes a few seconds. Be sure to ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. No matter what it is we try to do, we will probably ask ourselves at some point, am I good enough? This question is one that can cause a person to stop the activity that they are taking part in. Because in our mind we have a misconceived notion of what being good is. Yes, there are standards that need to be met in the martial arts. Most of these standards can not be unattainable by the average person. Some people think they should be above average, but that's not the case. The problem here lies in what has brought most of us to the martial arts in the first place: the martial arts movie. We see people like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, etc. performing extraordinary feats, and we think that we are going to be able to do the same thing after a few karate classes. That is not possible for many reasons. For the most part, we're not in the physical shape that most of the martial artists in cinema are in. We tend to be more sedentary, working in offices or some other form of labor that has us stationary for most of the day. Then we relax by staying sedentary, sitting down to watch television or surfing the internet. Our maximum physical activity may be only the karate classes that we attend. Will this help us get into peak physical conditioning? Of course not. Next, most of the things you see in the martial arts movies are fake. These martial arts scenes are filmed over and over to get everything just right. Then they are edited to provide the most spectacular visual performance possible. So trying to compare yourself to what you see on the screen is unrealistic. Next, and this one is very common, comparing yourself to others in your class. You, and in some cases your instructor, will compare you to other people in your class. This is not a good thing. Each person is different. Each person is going to have a different body type, a different physical ability, and a different learning ability. Because of this, each student will learn, develop, and perform the same actions differently. We're not all carbon copies of each other. There are times to compare students to each other. When one student puts extra effort into their training, this should be pointed out and stressed that all students should be trying to put more into their training. For example, when you arrive at a class, should you socialize with the people, or should you start to practice something that you have been struggling with? I know I like to see my students working on something in class as opposed to standing around chatting. What constitutes being good enough? Well, being better than you were before is the only answer that I consider. Yes, karate is a competition. You can compete against opponents to see who is the most proficient in the skills that you have learned. But this is not important. We could take the same two athletes and put them into 10 matches against each other. If they are evenly matched, the odds are that each will win 5 matches. Each match will be different. But if we take two people that are not evenly matched, then we will see a vast difference in the winning percentage. Is this a good way to evaluate your progress? Of course not. Each person needs to be evaluated on their individual practice. This is why sparring at a grading is not the same as sparring in a tournament. If you go into a grading looking to pummel your opponent, I will probably give you a bad mark on your sparring. Grading sparring is to show your ability and to help the person you are sparring with show what they can do. It's a group effort, not an individual effort. When it comes to kata and other individual portions of karate training, again, you cannot be compared to anyone but yourself. Your physical body, mental ability, emotional ability, etc. is all different compared to others. Therefore, the only person that you can be compared to is yourself. Have you improved from the last time you performed? Have you fixed the little mistake your instructor has been asking you to work on? Have you gained a little speed? Have you made the technique smoother? This is what matters. We are not all the same, so we cannot be judged the same way. Remember, it is okay to make mistakes and to ask questions. Everyone has struggled through their training. Even the highest ranking master was once a white belt. Thanks for watching. Check out the Great North Apparel for some quality athletic wear. Visit thegreatnorth.net and at checkout use the coupon code Shotokan for 30% off of your order. Visit our shop, the link is in the description below. You can purchase many different items with the Shotokan Chronicles logo or one of our other designs. Train hard, have fun, and I'll see you next time right here on the Shotokan Chronicles.